step in. I don't take up for him. I don't do anything. If he's arguing with someone or someone is arguing with him, I walk away. I walk away. I don't hang out with him at HP. I don't leave HP to go hang out with him. I don't do anything on this game that is related to even being seen with him because again, I'm not trying to lose my position. And so at the end of the day, we keep the our whole life separate on the game. Even when he's in HP, I treat him like any other civilian. If he's in HP and he's trolling, I'll call admin to get him out. I call PD to get him arrested. I do everything that I'm supposed to do because I don't want people as a DCP thinking that I'm showing him favoritism because he's my man. No, you don't even see us talking in the lobby. When he comes in, I don't even approach him. I don't even do anything. I don't even do anything that anybody else does with their partner on this game. Only because I'm DCP and I don't want to hear the BS that comes out of people's mouth like, oh, you're showing him favoritism. No, especially because he was a faction member also. So I got to treat him the same way that I treat everyone else. Even when it comes down, and again, Milan, you just became DCP, so you don't know this. So every time somebody comes in, I got to repeat myself. I do not allow him to send me any body cams. I don't let him on anybody in the faction. I don't let him, when he's in the faction, I don't have him send me nothing. He sends everything to the admin or sends it directly to Light because again, I don't want to be responsible for someone saying, "Oh, you got your girlfriend or you got your baby mama or you got this or whatever all these people say to get you do this." No, he's his own man. He body cams himself and he submits his own body cams. I don't have anything to do with it. I don't submit body cams for him. He submits everything that he does, and even in the faction, on any staff member directly to admin or directly to Light. Like I don't even touch it. I don't even handle it. And now that Light handles all of the reprimand channel, that won't even ever even become an issue at the end of the day because she's the one that's going to be issuing the punishments regardless. But again, like I did that for the sole purpose so that I don't be dragged in to any scrub saying, "Oh well, DCP she's showing favoritism and not firing somebody or not doing this or not firing him even though he did something wrong." Nope, I fired him and Light knows I have fired him. I don't know how many times when I was in charge of the reprimand page. So either way, I'm just saying I was brought into this unnecessarily. I had no problems with you, Milan. I've never had problems with you or Love None. I speak to y'all every single day, even when you were a specialty doctor. Never thought anything. I've never had any issue with any leadership staff in here. I've always kept it professional. I've always been a professional staff member, and I've never had to put myself in this position until right now because at this point, I'm so drained and overwhelmed having to keep dealing with what he does and I have to be put up against 8 or 9 people coming at me for the stuff that he does when like my sister said if nobody knew that we were in a relationship just like it was when I first started in this faction all the way up into a specialty doctor, nobody knew that we were together. Anybody that was submitting body cams and stuff on him to get him fired in the faction, they never knew it was me. They never came to me. They literally body cammed him and submitted like we're supposed to do. So I don't understand why everybody cannot treat him like a regular civilian and body cam him like we would normally do, especially as a DCP and an AP. We should be body camming him anyway, submitting it and getting him banned or doing whatever it is that he's doing. But at the end of the day, like my sister said, there's a lot of trolls that come in. Nick Dahl, Aunt Jemima thinks that I'm a wannabe Light. She says it every time she comes into HP and says, "Oh, you want Light's position," even though I don't even ever want to be chief a day in my life. But she trolls the hell out of me. Noemi and them, oh, they all troll the hell out of me. A lot of people don't think I should be TCP. Great, but I'm not gonna approach all of them. I could care less what they have to say. I'm not gonna go in argument. I'm not gonna put myself in the position to get fired. The one thing you should know about Pence, he's here in the faction on all his accounts numerous of times, and not only that, outside of his faction account when he was a gang member. So aware that he knows the rules 100% and he's going to try and troll the hell out of you and get you out of character and provoke you to the point to where he could get you on body cam and submit it and will try to get you fired. That has nothing to do with me. I'm not egging him on and encouraging him and saying yes, 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 go body cam them, go do this, go do. No, I'm not. I'm literally begging him to stop and stop starting drama, but he doesn't do it. He's his own person, his own personality. He's going to do whatever he wants regardless. So if like Spice said, if you never put yourself in the position to be body cammed and submitted to get fired, I promise you will never have to worry about it. There's been numerous times that he has trolled Jonathan Wick before they became cool. He has trolled Juicy before they have became cool. He's trolled Nash before, I don't even know what their relationship status is or their, whatever it is, but he's trolled all of them. And I'm not gonna lie, before they became cool, and none of them ever got out of character to the point where he had to submit body cam and get them fired. And I promise you, the only time he ever submits body cam and comes after anybody is when they talking shit about me or they're coming after me. That's the only time he's ever submitted body cam on somebody. Or when
Okay.
he was a faction member and he was an AP. Well, I got this last thing to say, and I promise I'm done. When he was AP, he did his faction member as AP and submitted body cam just like anybody else in the faction would submit body cam on everybody else in the complaints channel. That's the only time. Otherwise, that has never been an issue someone to, like I said, even a lot of times I'm at work, he's at work, so I'm not with him when, situations are happening in HP, and I'll get messages like, oh, hey, he's in the HP and stuff, and I'm like, okay, well, what is it that you want me to do about that? You know what I'm saying? So if he did say that, whatever happened this morning and stuff like that, or whatever happened, and he was body camming it, my thing is that don't ever put yourself, especially as a DCP, put yourself in the position to get body cam by anybody, not even just him, anybody. Because if you want to be real, Mulan, every scrub that was in there should have body cammed that situation that happened between y'all. But it didn't. Nobody body cammed it. But if you really want to be real, if somebody submitted that body cam on you outside of him, you would have been terminated. So if again, don't ever put yourself in the position where anybody, not just him, will put you in the position to lose your job. You just gotta stay quiet. Like
No,
you
I
just
have to
gotta
hold on
like
one second.
leave it
You
alone.
said what happened outside of hands? Go back a little bit. I'm trying to understand what you just said.
Who, me or Nash?
No, you said something about incident outside of where?
Oh, I don't know because like I said, I wasn't there. I was literally up on the if y'all had that altercation on floor one or if y'all had that altercation on floor two. But the thing is, if body cam is submitted to admin, admins don't care if the altercation happens on floor one or floor two. If you're a DCP and you get an altercation with a civilian or anybody, even a faction member, they do not care if it was on floor one or floor two. They're gonna punish us. And trust me, I've been reprimanded. I've been reprimanded for for the Noemi situation. And the only reason why I feel like they gave me some grace with that situation, because I definitely was almost going to be fired for that Noemi situation when I got out of character with her, was that they knew that she was talking about my baby IRL and had so much body cam on what she did to provoke that situation about my IRL situation, that I think that's the only reason why Thug gave me some grace on that situation. But if you want to know the God honest truth, Thug does not care about any faction member getting an altercation, whether it's outside, if it's on the first floor, if it's on the second floor. If you're a DCP or an AP, he's not even going to care what floor we're on. So I don't know where that altercation happened. Again, I was not with him or sitting next to him when that situation happened. But all I know is that don't ever put yourself in the position. And I know you don't want to hear this because I get it. Love none. That's your partner. She's gonna take up for you, and I get that. My partner takes up for me all the time. But as a DCP, you can never allow yourself to let him put you in the position to get a body cam or any of the scrubs on the first floor or outside or anywhere that you're at to get you on body cam to submit that to get you fired.
Well, there's no need to do that because I was gonna leave anyways. So that's that. And second of all, this all happened on the first floor because he came into side HP starting. Nobody said nothing to him. And then another thing is, you said that he only comes after people that starts with you. But I thought we was cool. So why he coming after me if we was cool? I'm confused.
No, no, for your situation, like I said, like when he'll usually normally 95, 98% of the time only comes after people. However, just like Light just said, he usually does not sugarcoat how he feels about anything. And honestly, we've had to deal with it ever since I've been a green scrub. We've had to deal with it. He doesn't sugarcoat really anything on how he feels. So if he feels that somebody, like when he went up to you, or even he went up to Shinshin and told Shinshin like, or told Trap Buddy Nay that he was gonna get her, he literally tells people in advance, I'm gonna body cam you and I'm gonna get you fired if you do whatever. So when he went up to you and told you that he didn't feel like you deserved the DCP position, that was his opinion and his opinion only. That had nothing to do with me. That was not my thoughts or opinions. That was him solely. And he solely went up to you and said that because that was his personal opinion on how he felt about you being DCP. He even went up to Light and told Light that he didn't. And again, he said he's not the type of person that's going to really sugarcoat it. You know what I'm saying? He's literally going to say the his honest truth. He's not going to like hide from it. So if he's going to body cam you or if he's going to do anything, he's going to tell you to your face, I'm body camming and if you do anything, I'm going to submit it to get you fired. So that's why majority of us who's in HP know how he is, and we just shut the fuck up. Honestly, we shut up. We don't say anything because we already know that he's going to body cam and he will try and get people fired. And like I said, if you guys really the only reason why I feel like this is becoming a bigger issue because Star does the same thing. He body cams every single medic that does something wrong and uploads it in the channel. But nobody approaches him the way that y'all are approaching me. Why?
I
Because
mean,
I'm
but
not in
you
a
know,
relationship with Star. But everyone seems to be approaching me only because he's my man. If nobody knew that we were in a relationship, y'all would not even care that he was body camming. Y'all would just think he was another AP member body camming, getting people fired, like all the rest of the people that upload in the complaints channel.
all right,
But the
y'all know.
reason that this
Okay,
is
listen.
becoming
All right,
problematic
all
is
right.
because
Hold
we're in
on,
a relationship.
hold on, hold on. You know, all these people that's trolling and doing this, that, and the third. That goes to show I stay in my lane. I don't know nothing about that. I don't conversate with nobody. I don't entertain the trolls. Even though you say I don't entertain the trolls, I don't entertain the trolls. You still know who the trolls is. I don't. I mind my business. So for your man to bring me in this had nothing to do with me. At the end of the day, I was minding my business for the fifth time. I don't conversate with y'all. So why am I being brought into this? Like that had nothing to do with
It's not
me.
necessarily about minding our own business. I mean, I'm a DCP. I can't just mind my own business. We have a whole HP to run. So of course we know who all the trolls are. I've been in the faction for a very long time. So I know exactly who all the trolls are. But at being a DCP for sure, we're being body cammed and looked at 24/7 by admins. And they look at our time that we're on the game. They look at everything we're doing. So of course I know who the trolls are because I gotta get them out. It's not about minding my own business. I can't, even when I was AP, a leadership position, you can't just mind your own business.
Mind your own
Like
business. I
you
was
can't, you really
minding my
can't mind
own
your own
business.
business. You gotta get these trolls out of
Before I was
HP.
even a DCP, I was minding my own business. When I came back, like right or wrong, when I came back, what did I do? Mind my business. After
But
that
that
first situation, what did I do?
problem.
Mind my business.
Well, that was the problem, Milan, is that you
And
can't
been
mind your
clearing out. And for
business.
somebody, hold on, let me talk because I let your sister talk the whole time. If for somebody say, "Oh, I don't be clearing out the lobbies, I don't do this, that, and the third," when I be in the lobby, I clear out the lobby. So I don't know what y'all be talking about. That's false. Y'all stand
Okay,
behind the desk. Sometimes y'all stand behind the desk and don't do nothing. Let's be for real. Let's be for real. Y'all stand there and don't do nothing. Don't
okay.
give no macros, no nothing. Let's be
Let,
honest.
let me just throw this up here because this is really. It seems like how we every time I try, and I'm not laughing at the situation because it's really draining. Like I'm actually a very happy, bubbly girl, so to come here and deal with all of this mess, I really just be kind of like over it, to be honest. But I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna let it be what it's gonna be. So here's the thing. Everybody has strength, everybody have weakness. Everybody leadership style ain't gonna be exactly the same. But yes, I feel like I understand where you're coming from, Mulan. You try to mind your business and just do your job as efficiently as possible. But I also have to agree slightly with the Spice Girls when they say when you're in a leadership position, you can't really mind your business. Like me as chief, I can't just really come on here and mind my business. Like my job is to oversee everybody in this motherfucker. Like literally, that's my job. So I gotta come in and I gotta oversee y'all. I gotta make sure things is going well. I gotta get off of here. Gotta do my part behind the scenes. Gotta make sure these rules is being enforced. Gotta fire, hire, and demote people as needed. So it's like there is to a certain extent where you do have to engage a little bit more than you did previously to becoming DCP. But I also understand where you're coming from as far as just wanting to do your job.
Yeah, but
So,
the thing is, let's be real. I just got in the spot. I just got in the spot. What, 2, 3 days ago? I just got in the spot. So how much am I supposed to be doing if I just got in the spot? I'm even texting Wick on Discord, asking him like, "Can you send me this? Can you do this? Can you help me with this? Let me know this." Nobody else vouched and said, "Oh, here, Milan, this is what you have to do." I'm not gonna lie. Who was standing there giving me stuff?
I was
Wick.
on vacation. You didn't even give me a chance to come back because as soon as I got back, all this bullshit just started. And it was unexpected. I didn't even have a chance to come back and then from vacation and be like, hey, you know what? Let me help you with everything that needs to, get done. Because as a DCP, it's not just about clearing the hallway. Our responsibility for DCP and the responsibility for chief is 10 times more than an AP and a specialty doctor. It's a lot more that we're responsible for. So but again, like I had just got back from vacation and I'm literally trying to get get everything right back in order, but like you didn't even give that opportunity because again, as soon as I got back, this situation happened.
Yeah. So
I think all we're saying, right, is that I think Baby Spice is at the point like where she was talking to me earlier because it seems like the issue is that no matter, honestly, Light, you're probably going to have issues with all of your anybody who's hired as DCP because of Baby Spice, unfortunately. And that's the thing that she was telling me earlier is that which is why she said she would want to leave because she said no matter what she's going to be dragged in every time. Even if Milan leaves, there's going to be another DCP, and unless they can handle Pain, whatever you want to call him, unless they
But
can
nobody
handle
doesn't
him
have to go through
and
that.
and
Nobody
leave
doesn't have to go
Spice
through
out
that.
of it, Spice is always going to be the issue. And so Spice said, I need to leave because clearly these people can't do their job without me not being involved. So that's the reason why, like she said earlier, like she wants to leave because it's never ending. Like I didn't even want to get involved, Light and Milan. And I just want to say to everybody too, Spice did the same thing. She did none of my interviews. She did none of that because she did not want people to think she was giving me special treatment either. So she did the same thing she did with her boyfriend. So my thing is like it's like she can't even do her job effectively because people can't just like I ignore him and HP when he comes in there. I people that. And I feel bad because I said Spice is in a position with either she leaves, and I told her either I leave too, because unfortunately, you know, to some degree, I get dragged in. Like somebody brought it up today, like, and I have nothing to do with Spice or freaking Pain. Like I barely even see that dude. So it's like at some point, like if Spice and I are going to be the problem in this faction, and like you can't seem to get a group of people who don't leave or quit, then like maybe we're the ones that need to leave because clearly that's the problem.
And I totally understand that, Posh. And baby, baby, I hear your heart, sweetie. Like you talk to me, you try to, vent to me. So I know how baby is feeling a little bit deeper than the rest of you guys do. And she has been very vocal with me with the frustration that this type of stuff brings. And even though it really ruffles my feathers to say, but y'all know your girl Chief Light is a real bitch, so she always gonna clock it. But even though I felt some type of way and I felt like they disrespected me on their way out, I kind of understand why Janaea, you feel me, just kind of just washed her hands and left when Taja Kwan went out, the same way too. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of understand baby feeling the way she feels. I feel like I probably would have been in the same boat. But see, the difference is I left Shadow ass. So Zato wasn't gonna get no chance to, you feel me, stop my shine or keep me from unlocking my true potential. And I just feel like that's probably the only reason I haven't got burned out quicker, because I ain't gonna lie, I used to get aggy. Like I was literally the sweetest girl, and people would come in here like, "Girl, yo nigga is out here just doing all of this, da, 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 like what the fuck?" And it gets like that. It really does get like that. So I do understand 100% how everyone in this situation feels, and I want to abide to all of y'all. So if all of y'all is over it, I mean, I will honor that and I will give y'all what y'all want, because we do got to keep things going. And this hit has been going on for a long time. And if I'm just being completely authentic with everybody in this room, baby, I don't think it's going to stop. I think it's going to get more and more hard because it's just like, you feel me? And then when people just see on the game you trying to stop him and then it doesn't work, it just creates a bigger problem and abode for you to have to deal with, because then people want to start speaking on things that, have nothing to do with the game. And then it just gets personal. And then we're all human, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I really vouch to just be like peaceful and understanding to everybody in every situation. But it does get tricky. I'm not gonna hold you. It definitely gets tricky. And then it's like with me having bonds with everybody, it puts me in positions where I just ultimately have to do what's best for the business. So it's like, where do I